everybody. Welcome to Tim's Insanity. Oh, have mercy. I got company today.
Hi.
So here's the deal. We went on the Terror Tour September 27th through 29th. We visited 5 attractions. And this video, we're just going to give you a kind of a quick overview of how the Terror Tour itself was. We will do some individual videos on the haunts themselves. So where you want to start?
Well, the tour was in the greater Philadelphia area, haunts in the actual Philadelphia city, haunts outside of the area, 5 haunts over 3 days. What I really loved was you just drive there, you check into your hotel. For us, we drove there. Many folks had to fly in because they were coming from all over. But we drove, checked into the hotel. Friday night, you relax. They say, okay, meet in the lobby. You get, your little ID badges. You get on a nice coach bus, and they take you to 2 haunts Friday night, 2 haunts Saturday night, and 1 haunt Sunday night. You don't have to worry about driving and parking and all of that stuff.
Dude, and the whole not having to drive part, considering how many miles I drive a season.
Ooh.
So yeah, we didn't have to drive. We had a good time on the bus with some good folks on the bus and a lot of haunt talk. I mean, the folks that we had on the bus were not your average haunt visitor. These were hardcore
haunt enthusiasts.
Yeah, man. So it was great. We had VIP access to everything. We even here and there got some behind the scenes stuff.
And VIP access.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. The other thing that I think was cool is they put together some serious swag bags.
Oh, indeed.
For us. Ooh, man, dude, these things had all kinds. It was, we knew we were getting swag bags. We saw the post on social media, but we had no idea it was going to be this loaded. It was some really, really nice stuff.
And I did a really awesome video spread that we'll share of everything that was in the bags. Shout out to some of the sponsors, Ornaments, Scare Badge.
Yeah, it was a long list.
There's a huge list, and we'll have to post links to them and give shout outs to them because they really did put some quality discounts in there to purchase things on their sites, items in the bag themselves. We got great t-shirts.
Oh yeah.
Drawstring bags. Yes. And then even some of the attractions when we would go, you got additional things as part of the tour, additional drawstring bags, lanyards, things like that. So it really was an awesome experience with an awesome group of people. And shout out to Troy and Ashley for organizing the Terror Tour.
And let me just say, this was so well organized. I was blown away. We got to the hotel. Everything was done in a timely manner. Mm-hmm. Communications, everything was communicated well, so we all knew what to do, when and where. Buses left on time. I mean, everything was just well done. There are a lot of tours you can find, and they're just not done well. I don't know, somebody kind of half-assed it somewhere. But that was not the case here. So next year, 2025, we will be going.
Yeah, definitely. We are already looking forward to it, already putting it on the calendar. We can't wait to see everybody from the tour again. You make great new friends.
Yes,
See some people that you already know. Shout out to Halloween Haunts 365. Had a great time hanging out with them. But let's talk about the haunts that we got to go to.
So on the 27th, we visited the Fright Factory, which is a huge walkthrough in the basement of an old furniture warehouse.
An old haunted furniture warehouse.
Yes, I think if I'm not mistaken, it was some little girl or something they would see creeping through there from time to time. Legit, it's crazy.
And let me just shout out, the actors were on point this year. The voices, the dialogue, the Diddy party. Just you name it.
Oh man.
It was just insane, literally. The Fright Factory, I love it because from the outside, you just don't expect that. Wow, there's going to be this great haunted attraction in the middle of Philadelphia City, with all of this going on.
So big shout out to Frank and his daughter and the team over there at Fright Factory. It's always an interesting walkthrough. You just never know what you're going to see in there.
Yeah.
They have a few attractions inside that. One is Industrial Nightmare, Southside Sanatorium, The Unholy,
Oh, yeah.
and when you go there, where do you supposed to eat after you leave?
Tony and Nick's for cheesesteaks, or the roast pork sandwich, or
Man,
one of each, one in each hand.
y'all, food over there. Everybody has their favorites. I can't say I have a favorite, but I'm never mad when I go to Tony and Nick's and eat. So
Oh, absolutely. We'll have to post pictures of our sandwich.
yeah, at the end of this thing, there'll be some pictures and some. You'll be able to figure it out. Next, where were we?
Then they put us back on the bus, and we got a nice little ride over to Penhurst Asylum.
We missed the bus.
We didn't miss
We
the
missed
bus.
the bus. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we didn't miss the bus.
So what do we have? We were at Penhurst, and they have a bunch going on.
They have the asylum, the morgue, the tunnels, the fog. And when I say the fog, they have fog. They must have bought out the entire fog store.
Froggy Fog, shout out, y'all.
Ooh, man, that was some fog goings on. And the tunnel especially was so perfectly foggy.
Yeah.
Like you're
was
walking
dense.
through the tunnel and you think, oh, that's a prop in the corner. And it's not. It's an actor. But you can't tell because it's just foggy.
Yeah, this was not. And some people's fog has to be done a certain way, depending on the situation, depending on the attraction, how you're trying to light it or backlight it.
Mm-hmm.
This fog was just dense for no reason.
Oh my gosh.
So
yes.
if anything popped out, you didn't see it until it was about 5-6 inches in front of you.
Literally.
We've had that jump a little bit.
And I really love the outside, the pumpkin garden.
Yeah.
With the characters, these gigantic animatronics that you have to sit there and you wait because you want to see what they do. They're so cool.
Once you come out of all the attractions, that midway is where the pumpkins are, and of course they have food and merch and other things throughout the facility. It's a huge facility, a bunch of different buildings. But
and it's another one that's haunted.
yeah, no joke. I mean, I think the movie that was a documentary was done about it. I think it was called "Suffer the Little Children." Watch it at your own risk.
Be prepared. It is very cringeworthy.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
The sad part is that this is
It
a
was
documentary. This is
real deal.
True things that happened to these poor little kids at this place. It's very sad, the history of it. However, I am glad that they have repurposed Penhurst to be an incredible haunted attraction.
And it also helps with
Yeah.
of that money, the preservation of the building, because
Yeah.
that you don't want that history to go away.
Absolutely.
But you got the morgue, the asylum, the tunnels. They also have overnight paranormal investigations.
Yeah, I won't be doing that.
Now, I will say from time to time on their Facebook page, you'll have people doing ghost hunts live, and they'll
yeah.
stream it on Facebook. At that point, get a pizza, grab a beer, whatever.
Hang out and watch the creepies.
I do.
Yeah.
They
We'll
have
watch from afar.
yeah. They have
Real
daytime,
far.
about 2 hours away. They have daytime tours, which are always interesting. You just have to call and check the website for time and availability.
Absolutely.
And so
We got back to the hotel Friday night, probably after midnight, I'd say.
typical night.
The great thing is you don't have to drive back to the hotel after you're exhausted from doing two haunts. Reminder, these on Terra Tours, you have VIP access. You skip the line, which saves you a ton of time and allows you more time to really immerse yourself in the experience and not feel like, oh my gosh, I gotta rush to the next haunt. that makes a huge difference.
It was very relaxing. It's a lot less stressful because you didn't have to wake up in the morning. Oh man, what I got to do? It was just done.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. On the 28th, where we made a little trip. To
Well, think about it though. On the 28th, didn't we go to the meter? Or was that the 29th?
That was 29th.
Okay. So the 28th, we kind of relaxed and chilled out at the hotel during the day. You know, grab a little something to eat,
Yep.
that type of thing. Again, relaxing, laid back in between so you can recuperate. And then the bus was off and running that night to Waldorf, a state of fear.
Yep. Now this place is it's called Waldorf, a state of fear. We like to call it Angie's other baby
Yeah.
because this place, her heart and soul is in this place, and it shows. It really does show. This is one of those where this is not. The weather was a little crappy, so we didn't get to do some of the other things, but we did get into the actual the estate.
And we did an escape room. We did the zombie escape room.
Yes, we
which
did.
was a replacement for the terror in the corn and the
Uh,
infection area. So honestly, the escape room, I'm not usually an escape room person, but that was really, really
I
fun.
hope you're good at math. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
you definitely needed to have some math skills amongst your group of people.
We went in luckily with a group of what I would consider smart people,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was still a struggle.
So the big thing with Waldorf Estate of Fear, one, if you are a fan of horror movies and you've ever heard of the Hell House LLC series of horror movies, this is where they were filmed.
And now, thank you, Angie and team. You can now get in and see the basement.
As an extra VIP add-on to
Yep.
your adventure at Waldorf Estate of
You
Fear.
can pay a little extra and get to see that basement. Now, also Hector is still in there playing the piano. He's been dead for a long time. I don't think he knows.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
if you've
poor
seen the
Hector.
movie, this will make sense to you, and you would want to make that trek. You know, everybody has their meccas, if you will, but like this is that place. If you're a Hell House LLC fan, so don't miss that.
And let me just tell you, for those who know of the Tim O shit meter, we definitely got the Tim O shit meter going.
Man, oh man, that
In
place.
fact-
It's creepy in there.
I nearly got my head shoved into a wall because of the Tim O shit meter here
Hey, man.
at Waldorf Estate of Fear.
I ain't one to gossip, but Jared was giving me Jared from Halloween Haunt 365 was giving me grief about shoving people the other day. So
Yeah.
There's that.
Well,
But this was again. They have they have other things going on. They have the terror in the corn. They have infection. Of course, they have escape rooms. The weather was just not playing well that night, so it is what it is.
shout out to the doorman, the doorman or the bellboy.
Yeah,
Incredible. This kid every year, or this guy, every year that we have visited Waldorf, I mean, it's like he ups his game. I don't know if he takes lessons, voice lessons.
yeah. Was he a
or
drama
what.
student,
Like,
an acting student? I don't know.
But he's incredible. He gives you like total crazy psycho bellboy.
He is the epitome of what a professional
Yeah.
haunted attraction actor should be. Also, the young lady, what was it? Ella.
Ella. So in the top level there was a girl being chased by the killer, and that was Ella, and I thought she did a fantastic job. So he grabs her, and there's this,
Yeah.
cut her throat and all, and she went limp, and he's dancing around with this limp body, and
Dude.
she did the limp incredible.
I mean, this again. I think she was new.
Yeah, she was.
Amazing job, young lady. Amazing job.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a top-notch performance as always in the Waldorf Hotel. We
Oh, yeah.
loved it. We look forward to going back, and we can go into the terror and the corn and infection when the weather decides to cooperate.
Yeah, we gotta come back out there to play
Hey, don't
around.
forget, we went to the world's largest general store, Country Junction, next door too.
Yo, they changed Country Junction. It's the trek through is not as big, but they expanded the food and gaming area. It's really an experience. If you get some time, go early before you hit Waldorf Estate of Fear.
And they have puppies and kitties and what was it? what was the other thing? It was a dragon. It was a
Some kind of lizard or
lizard.
something.
Yeah, but that's really cool. They added that since the last time we went there years ago. So it was really fun to hang out over there. We had dinner
Yeah.
in the restaurant area. But that's always been one of my favorite stops when we go to Waldorf because it's literally right next door.
I mean, look, you can park on Waldorf's parking lot and take a 5 minute walk across the grass.
Or vice versa.
Yeah. So it's convenient. So check out both. The next place we went was a big surprise to me.
To us.
Yeah. Devil's Last Laugh.
We were not expecting to
This
pull
was
up.
interesting.
We pulled up into a guy's front yard, literally, of his neighborhood, of his house. He put a pole barn up.
This is home haunt on steroids.
Yeah, he put a pole barn up and decided, I'm going to do a hunt in my backyard.
And here's the kicker. Once you're inside, you will honestly forget that you just walked into a pole barn.
Yes, and not
It's
to
big.
mention, yeah, and then
Big.
you have to get through Mr. Pickle's sideshow on the way to the pole
Man.
barn. Them some weirdos out there too.
That whole Mr. Pickles thing was disturbing.
I have to give a shout out to the girl in the first room. We walk in and it was like the lobby of the insane, the setting was an insane asylum and
Yep.
Mr. Pickles had escaped. And we walk in, we sit down and we're talking to the receptionist and a patient sitting in the wheelchair next to us. And her, oh my gosh, her dialogue, her acting, her
Yep.
mannerisms were on point. You would never think when you entered that you are at someone's home in a pole barn at that point. It just immersed you at that point.
It's we've heard good things about it, and now we got to go see it.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, as you come in, as you get your ticket, you start walking in. You're gonna walk through the sideshow of freaks and all kinds of weirdness going on. Hey, if they ask you if you want some candy,
No,
I don't think that's what you
you
want.
don't want no candy.
No, candy is bad over
Yeah,
there.
you don't want no candy. But that was it was so well done. One, it was a lot longer than when you look at the outside of this pole barn. It was a lot going on inside, up and down.
It was busy.
So when you go in,
Busy.
look up, look around,
Yeah.
really, really take in the props, the setting. It was kind of odd. Like in the one room you walked through, and then you literally walked around behind the actor, and you didn't realize you were walking behind him until they turned around, like, really, really got your eye. But I thought the actors were good. That's what it was. It was the Walksville Asylum. That's what the place was called, where Mr. Pickles was.
I will tell you, this attraction was just a couple years old, and it was not. This was not cheaply done. This is not one of those. Let me just throw up something and go boo.
No.
This is not that. Whoever did the people who built this really had a vision and stayed with it. This is impressive. And I hear that there may be another attraction coming soon.
Expansion.
Could be out in the woods, in the trees. That's all I'm saying.
And I just want to say, the consistency throughout the attraction as the Waxville Asylum, it was very consistently an asylum. You knew that's where you were. The characters were definitely part of an asylum, to say the least.
But I do hope, I have one wish for you all if you visit there. I hope that you find Mr. Pickles before he finds you.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
definitely.
It's a strange situation over there. Funnel cake. Get the funnel cake.
Yes, they had outside. They had a couple of food vendors. They have a small merch tent that they'll probably be growing as they grow. And I love the photo op.
Yeah.
They had zombie body photo ops.
Yeah, we got
for
some
you.
pictures.
So we got some pictures we'll post.
We'll put some pictures in there. But I guess on the 29th, we went to the Bates Motel.
And Haunted Hayride.
We did. That was an interesting one because it changes, and the hayride was incredible. Let me just tell you, we love the hayride.
Yeah, their hayride is is one of my top picks that I've been on for hay rides. Just definitely Hollywood quality sets and scenes and just
They have axe throwing. They have a coffin ride. They have a nice merch spot. Food, and of course we got the donuts.
donuts.
You gotta
Oh, you
have the
gotta have the
donuts.
apple cider donuts.
They made some changes in the hotel, and think I think they're still trying to grow it. I don't think it's there yet, but I think it will be. I just think that they made some change, and I think sometimes actors have to grow into their spots, and I think there's going to be a little bit of growth going on there.
The one thing I really always love seeing at Bates is the Headless Horseman. I won't say where you see
Yeah,
it, but
that's
you will see the Headless
yep,
Horseman, and that is probably one of the coolest things I think they use really well.
yep,
You get off the hayride, you go into the Haunted Corn Trail, which is very well set up. You have what got me was they had a couple of characters just kind of hanging out in the corn.
yeah,
A lot of places you don't really get a lot going on until you get to the scene. But this time they had a couple of folks just kind of randomly placed
yeah.
in
It's
on
kind
the
of weird.
trail, which was cool because I think that to me is an optimal time to get people as they're just not paying attention and they're just walking through thinking, "Hey, I'm just going to the next, scene." And then all of a sudden something jumps out.
So it's
Perfect.
one of those. I think that they're making some changes around there, and I'm hoping that they start to. Sometimes a haunted attraction has to. When you make changes, those changes have to mature, just like the actors that are in it. And I think this is one of those times where they're going to be doing some work that way. Um, yeah, we got the axe throwing in the coffin rides and all
Oh, and they
that.
have a his and her or, two for coffin ride. So they have a single coffin or the double coffin. I don't care what coffin. I'm not getting in it. But
Yeah,
I'm just saying, if you want to
she don't
ride
like
with somebody, you can ride with
she don't like
somebody.
the
I'm
coffins.
not doing the coffins, buddy. Sorry. Not
So
happening.
lastly, I just want to we want to give a big shout out to the tour organizers and sponsors
Mm-hmm.
because this thing was so well done.
Mm-hmm.
This was our first time doing a tour like this.
And it will not be our last. We
Oh
cannot wait for
no.
next year.
Come on,
Uh,
Troy, get them tickets posted.
Yes, we are so ready. And we're not going to give anything away, but we will say that we will be driving to that one to get there too. That's the most we can say.
Yep, I don't know. I'll reach out to Troy and cause we're gonna try to, if we can, try to help with some of this stuff for the next tour. So you
Absolutely.
might see our faces and logo. You know, looks just like me.
Just like you.
But so we had a great time. We will see y'all on the 2025 tour. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to grow this side. This is more of a. We wanted to do some things a little differently, go some places we wouldn't normally go, and that's the reason for Tim's Insanity. But we are still members.
No, really, the reason for Tim's insanity because this is Tim and he's insane.
Hey, look what I got to do, man. But as always, we are still members of the one and only the OG crew,
Haunt
Haunt Review
Review Crew.
Crew. So check them out. Also check out our man on the street, Todd Talks.
Yes.
Todd, I don't know how Todd does it. I think he's got a horseshoe hiding somewhere. Todd gets interviews with people that nobody else gets to talk to.
Yeah, really cool people in the haunt industry.
I don't know how he
You
does
want
it.
to check him out.
I don't. Todd got something going on, some mojo going or something. But he gets these interviews. Also, the big haunted, what is the book tour, the book show? The name fails me, but I'll put it somewhere here. But he does a round table. What is that book thing called? Oh, it's gonna kill me now. But I'll it'll be here.
See, he's Tim and he's insane.
Gosh, there's so much to keep track of. So check us out, and again, please don't forget to check out the Haunt Review Crew and Todd Talks. We're three different groups, sorta, but we're one big family,
Absolutely.
and that's the important thing.
And then our extended family, Halloween Haunts 365, and the Haunt Informer, who we missed on the tour, and hopefully he can join us next time.
And our homie like no other, Glenn from Fall Ritual.
Oh, yes.
Tim and Katie, what's up, y'all?
Hey, Tim and Katie.
Who else we got? There's one missing. Nora and Tyler, what's up, y'all?
There's a lot missing. There's so many good folks out there that we want to give a shout out to, and sometimes it just, the brain fog is real.
The fog is real. Y'all, we'll see y'all on the next one. And always remember, keep it creepy.